Neil, in preparation ahead of our first championship game of the season against Morton, how's training been this week?
Yeah, very good. Off the back of the win at the weekend, we had a good day Mondays. Half the squad played in a bounce game behind closed doors at Kilmarnock, which was great, really beneficial, and a lot of boys got minutes in their legs. And yeah, day off yesterday, and then back in today where we've started working, as a group on the tactical side of the game, and yeah, preparations are going pretty well.
When you look back at the 4 games that we've played competitively so far, you must be really pleased that we've scored 9 goals in those matches, collected the 9 points out of 12 as we touched on Saturday. So a relatively good place to be in heading into the championship campaign.
Yeah, I mean, the players have done all we've asked of them, really. They only let themselves down the last 20 minutes against Hearts when they got themselves in a really strong position and just let it go. So with them being young, you want them to learn from that experience and have the belief. Now, tomorrow's a different, Saturday's a different animal. It's a different game. It's going to be really hot, competitive, fast and physical, and we have to be prepared for that and attune ourselves to it. And then, hopefully get a foothold in the game and impose ourselves on the opposition. But it's going to be a really tough game. Morton on the Dougie Emery have been really consistent and a tough nut to crack.
You had a positive weekend, not just in terms of Saturday's result, but bringing in another player to your squad as well. Mason Munn on loan from Rangers. Just talk to us about him.
Well, he's 19. He's a very talented goalkeeper, we feel. And he's got a good size and presence about him. And really pleased that we got Mason in the building. And, we've got 3 goalkeepers now in that, vying for the number 1 position, which is brilliant competition. So, yeah, pleased for Mason and, delighted to get the deal done with Rangers. So it's a big year for him. And, like I said before, I want him to help us and we want to help him.
In terms of squad availability, how are we looking for Saturday?
It's only Chris Kane, and Rory McLeod. So Rory got a bout of tonsillitis, unfortunately, and picked it up on Monday, and he's been pretty ill with that, but he's recovering really well now, thankfully. So we're hoping to see him back in training maybe Monday, Tuesday. And Chris, is not going to be available for Saturday, but we're hoping he'll be available for Airdrie the week after.
You touched on how tough a task it'll be against Morton. We finished up the league campaign there last season, starting off there this campaign. Could you have any kind of barometer of how we've improved over the summer between those 2 games?
Yeah, I think we're in a far better place now, but I certainly don't want the start we made on that particular day where we found ourselves 2 goals down very early, albeit to a really poor refereeing decision. But we played really well for the 70 minutes after that and dominated the game. But I think we're in a better place. I'm sure Dougie may say the same about his squad. So it doesn't really hold any water with me to make a comparison between then and now. Tomorrow, Saturday's fresh, and there's a freshness about the club. There's a freshness about the squad. So we got to go in there with that mentality that we have to earn the right to play the football that we want to play. We have to, earn that physical right. And then we have to impose ourselves on them as best we can. And it's not going to be given to us very easily. So we have to win the war, if you want to call it that, and then try and play our football when we can.
And important for the fans to turn up and get behind the boys?
Well, I don't take anything for granted, but the Dunfermline fans have been exceptionally good since I've been here. So, yeah, I mean, they'll be feeling a touch of freshness about things. I'm sure that all the anticipation, excitement, maybe a little bit of apprehension, which is totally normal. But for me, look forward to seeing them there, and I hope we can put on a really good performance for them.